Chris Demm came in. I came in today. Chris Demm was first here. I was second. You were third. The usual order. Mm-hmm. And he said to me, I may have saved Biggie's life. Chris Demm says this to me. I said, how?
Please inform us.
Now, you've saved my career and my life many times.
I did it again this morning.
What?
Without you knowing.
You don't even know it.
I don't even know it. Chris Demm saved your life without you even knowing, and now you've saved my career and maybe my life
again
without me even knowing. And do you know how I treated you? I made an off-color comment behind your back.
Sure, it's what you do best.
And I have to apologize for it. It was terrible. And I did it 10 days ago, and it has stuck with me this entire time. 10 days ago, I made a comment about you that I've regretted the entire vacation, which was a week plus 2 weekends, 10 days worth.
And you didn't reach out till now to tell me.
Exactly.
And this isn't even a reach out.
No, this is not even a reach out. Chris Demm said to me, first thing, I may have just saved Biggie's life. I said, how did you save his life? I thought he had lobbied for some of those life-saving defibrillators in the building, which we don't have but should. Okay. Do we have one? We may have one.
No, I think it's a fire extinguisher.
Okay. We have something. That's hand sanitizer.
Yep, that's sanitizer.
We added sanitizer when the COVID hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, point is, Chris Demm says, I saved Biggie's life. I said, how'd you do that? He said, I was walking in today, and the carpet had rolled up the rug right as you enter the building. And he said, I almost tripped over it. I almost went down, caught myself, straightened it out for Biggie. He's like, Biggie will not go down on our watch.
If it had caught your foot, Biggie, you'd have been down in a heap.
You're going down.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And I just read, interestingly, I just saw this list of things that you don't think are that big a deal, but can really be harmful, even kill you. And one was a fall. Just, you fall down, you think, oh, no, but you could have internal bleeding, internal injuries. You have no idea how bad it can be. And I thought right there, Chris Demm may have saved your life. Now, how did you save my life and my career already today?
Well, once again, you told me to get a song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This one is in Spanish. But you clearly did not check the lyrics of it.
No,
at all.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's coming up in our entertainment segment. I'm just checking the grid now. Is it a Bad Bunny song?
Yes.
Okay. What does it say?
Lots of F words in Spanish. Tons.
Are you able to?
I was able to find a clean version.
What else can you do? What else can you do? Once again,
How do you say frick in Spanish?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question.
What's their fake word on you would think every culture has some sort of, workaround curse words frick.
I know how to say the F word in Spanish, but I don't know. In Spanish. It's
how do they edit something for television for Spanish television?
Good question. Just last week we were talking. Well, before we were on vacation, we were talking about that snake on a plane. So we played the clean version of Samuel L. Jackson, Snake on a Plane, and he says, I want these Monday to Friday snakes off this Monday to Friday. What was the plane?
Monkey fighting.
I want these monkey fighting snakes off this Monday to Friday plane. I love the way they do that. I showed my kid Pulp Fiction, by the way, while we were on vacation.
Really?
Yeah, and he loved it. He loved it. Now, he's 18, and so I thought, all right, we can see. I saw... That's what we did on vacation. I told Biggie, this is how I've let him down so badly. I said, don't worry, I'm going to catch up on the TV we watched together. I said, you and I, we watched some shows together. Ted Lasso, Succession. That's the big one, Succession. Everybody says this season of Succession is so good, you just cannot wait to see it. So Biggie said, whatever you do, get caught up on that show.
That's one of the few shows that actually makes news site headlines.
Yes, it's that big. And apparently this season is so good. And So my wife told me people are saying about Succession, how did they do that on one of the episodes? I haven't seen a second of it.
Nope.
Didn't even.
You had 10 days?
10 days, and I told Biggie I'll get caught up. I didn't see a minute of it. And the reason is, well, I just never was compelled. I just always was like, I'll just lay on the beach and I'll just...
You didn't have Biggie's head dancing in front of you as the waves lapped at your feet?
No, I didn't. And I said, I'm just going to
As you went in to urinate, you didn't think, maybe I'll turn on the TV?
No, and I did. I couldn't go in the water. It was too cold. I had to go inside. To urinate, I had to go inside. And then I told my kids we'll watch some movies together, some of my classics, and my son said he wanted to see Wolf of Wall Street. And I said, to me, watching that with him is like too much. It was just like, it would blow my head.
Yeah, he's going to have to watch that alone.
I told him. I said, you can watch that if you want to, but do it without me or without my knowledge. And I saw Pulp Fiction was on HBO Max, and we had it there in the house we rented. We had it. And I said, I will watch Pulp Fiction with you. He's like, oh, Dad, what is that? He had no idea. And I said, it's getting ready to blow your mind. You'll have no idea how good this is going to be. So we watched it together. And Samuel L. Jackson, that movie is just off the charts good. It's so good. You know how great it is. And we watched it, and I was just like, wow. And he loved it. He's like, that's like nothing I've ever seen. I said, that's
exactly.
Right. That's right. And then he watched Wolf of Wall Street on his own one night, stayed up late and watched it, and he's like, I didn't love it. It was just like not that great for him. So all of this being said, I let Biggie down entirely.
No, it's fine.
No idea.
It's fine. It's, you know what I have to start doing? Telling you things aren't that good.
And then I'll watch it.
And then you'll watch it, because you always want to prove me wrong.
I do. I like to prove Biggie wrong.
But the problem is, everyone has said how great Succession is.
Everyone.
There's no one to prove wrong.
Yes. So
what I'm going to have to do is when something's really good, I have to be like, I thought it was okay.
It's like how I tried to prove you wrong on, what was the Adam Sandler movie? Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Biggie said, this is so good. And I said, no, it's not. I'm going to go prove him wrong. And then it turned out to be really great. Everything Biggie gives me is great. All he does is help me. All he does. He saved my life today with a song by Bad Bunny. I had no idea.
Yep. And this season is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And everyone agrees.
Let me tell you what I did to you. And I have felt bad about it for a long time now. For 10 days. As we were leaving for vacation, you walked out the door. I was still here for another 10 or 15 minutes. I was waiting on my wife to pick me up. Raining, cold. And somebody says to Biggie, are you going to Florida? And Biggie says, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm going to Florida. And I thought, didn't tell me he was going. Didn't tell me he was going to Florida. I had no idea.
You didn't say a word.
Didn't say one word about it. And immediately I was angry because he didn't tell me he was going to Florida. I thought, he didn't tell me. And just flippantly says, as Katie says, you going to Florida? Yeah. Yep. What? I didn't know. And we're best friends. I didn't even know you were going. And so that hurt me. I couldn't believe it.
So you decided to lash out?
I lashed out. And 5 minutes later, I made a joke at your expense. And I'm not going to share it with you because I'm so...
You didn't even do it in the moment?
Nope. It was about 5 minutes later.
You waited until Biggie was safely in his Jeep and on his way to Florida?
That's right.
Who'd you make this joke with? Was it your little...
Said it to the Littlest Patriot.
Oh, okay. The Littlest Patriot.
Littlest Patriot.
I figured it was going to be y'all's little cackling partner, Dave.
Dave's hard to pin down sometimes after the program.
Yeah. Couldn't find him. It slipped through your hands.
Yeah, he's a mystery.
Couldn't find him. Littlest Patriot.
I mean, no one will co-sign with you two on a joke about me like he will.
Yeah.
Well, it was so bad that the Littlest Patriot said, dang.
Over the line? Borderline?
Over the line. As soon as I said it, I regretted it. I was like, oh no, that was completely over the line. Why in the world would I say something like that? I want to apologize.
Was it about my weight? Was it about the Florida trip?
Was it about Category 5 hurricanes?
Not like his family
earthquakes.
wants him there.
Yep.
Caretakers.
It was all of those things. It was about your weight. It was about going to Florida. And I was like, oh man. First of all, it was a bad joke. It was not even funny.
Was it an original or was this kind of repurposed from a previous?
It was original, but it was terrible. I mean, I don't make good jokes.
Hurricane Biggie's going down. He's so wide, he's going to cover the state. Are we getting close?
Yes.
Look for one of those wide load signs on his Jeep on 95 South.
It was so awful. It was so terrible. And when I said it out loud for 4 or 5 people to hear it, and all of them went, oh, and the
4 or 5 people. You got an audience.
Yeah, I just yelled it out. I just yelled that from my seat, and you were gone 2 minutes, and I yelled it out, and 4 or 5 people were like, oh no, and Littlest Patriot said, dang man, that's pretty low, and I thought I shouldn't have said that. I never should have said that. It was completely over the line.
Over the line!
It was right, and right then I thought, how can my friend ever forgive me? How can he? But I was lashing because I didn't know you were going to Florida. You didn't tell me.
I've done this joke on the air.
Can you give the punchline or the setup?
I'll just tell you what and it's not even that funny. It's not even that funny, and it is it's weight related, which is awful.
How did you come to speak the line into reality, Kelly?
It was a setup.
Was someone else looking for Biggie in the building?
No, somebody else was going to Florida. Okay, so Biggie had just said, "I'm going to Florida."
Okay,
and then somebody else was on spring break, and as they walked out, they were like, "I'm on my way to Florida."
Oh,
and Littlest Patriot said, maybe you'll see Biggie there."
Can't miss him.
That's the joke.
Yeah, can't miss him.
If he's there, you can't miss him.
That's the joke.
Yep.
And Littlest Patriot went, "Oh, man."
You won't be in line.
And I just was like, why would I say? And for the whole building,
the engineer Drew.
Oh, they were all like,
cringe.
Oh, totally
even
cringe.
Ricky.
Everybody.
Sales Ricky.
Cringeworthy. Yeah, even Ricky's like, dang. And then Littlest Patriot came to your defense and said, "Man, he's got some bad health going right now. We're not going to." What? I said, "No,
I don't."
I said, "No, he does not have bad health.
It sounds way worse than it is.
Than it is. It's not really bad."
He's not going to say his farewells.
That's right. That is not why he's in Florida.
No.
Videotape something for his nieces so they won't forget him.
That is not why he's going to Florida. And Littlest Patriot's like, "Dang, man, I don't like to joke about things like that. Not now, not after recent events." And I was like, I said, and then I've tried to come back and I'm like, "No, it's okay."
What?
And Littlest Patriot's like, you need to refrain on something like that. So here I am feeling awful, just awful. And the whole, it weighed.
So you couldn't watch the Biggie shows?
No.
Not with what you've done.
No, I couldn't watch the Biggie shows. And interestingly, I had a birthday while we were gone.
Oh.
And
milestone?
No, not a milestone.
Not double nickels?
No, it is not a milestone birthday. And I got a lot of texts from people, and my wife kept saying, "I can't wait to hear from Biggie's texts." He always writes those really nice ones to you. I said, "Yeah." I just sat there with the phone all day, and she's like, "Yeah, I know he's going to text you because, he goes, I know you guys write those really nice texts to each other on your birthday." And I just,
like a teenage girl in the 1950s sitting by the phone waiting for the dreamboat to call.
It just buzzed all day, and I just kept being like, "No, that's not him. No,
Biggie must be the next one in."
No. But then I said, "You know what? It's okay because I made such a terrible joke at his expense." And I said, he probably senses that.
So this is his payback.
I said, this is payback. Exactly right. I said, he probably senses that.
No, did you have a party?
That's right.
At the beach?
We went out to dinner.
Okay.
We went to dinner. It was, in fact, this
was a different beach than you normally go to.
Well, we went to Topsail Island, North Carolina, which my son said, this is also nice. We're from Greensboro, North Carolina. We were in Topsail Beach, North Carolina. Very nice. I'd only been there once before. Liked it a lot. And my son, in his wisdom, as he goes off to college, on the last day, he said, "Well, it's been a nice vacation, but I look forward to getting back to North Carolina."
Oh, boy.
Same.
I just turned to him like, "My God,
oh, son,
we're getting ready to send him off. We're getting ready to send him off to college,
into the
world like this." Exactly.
Yeah.
And we went out to dinner to a nice restaurant. In fact, this caused some real consternation. It was on my birthday, and we had decided to go to a place called the Portland Grill. You're familiar.
I am familiar. Wow.
The only other time I've ever been there was with Chris Demm. We were in Wilmington on a business trip.
Yes.
And we had dinner at the Portland Grill, which was fantastic. I mean, it's just known as one of these really nice, So
it's kind of a special occasion place.
Right. So my wife said, "For your birthday, what do you want to do?" And I said, "Whatever. We can go wherever." And she's like, "We can go to that nice restaurant you like in Wilmington." And I said, "All right, let's go there to the Portland Grill." And it is a very nice, it's one of these really high-end restaurants. And so we were on the beach all day, beautiful weather.
Were you planning to take the children, the teens?
Yes,
the teens?
Okay. Yeah, everybody was going. And it was, the weather started out cold and rainy, and then, like on the first day, and then just got better and better and better. I mean, 75, 80 degrees and sunny all week. Very nice. So the reservation's for 7:15. It's about a 40-minute drive to get to the restaurant. Reservations for 7:15. It's about 5:30. We come in off the beach. Everybody's just, you're kind of worn out from the day and all that. And I've kept checking my phone for Biggie's.
Any day now.
It's like, man.
Just throwing back beers.
Because I remember this year on Biggie's birthday, I wrote such a beautiful text.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "This is your best ever." And I was like, oh, I can't wait to get to my birthday to see what he does. I didn't get it. It's all right. It's all right. And I'd made a joke at his expense that you just heard, which is terrible. And so here's the dynamic. We're getting ready to go. We had to leave in about 45 minutes to get to dinner, and everybody's getting ready to take their showers and all that stuff. And in the living room, my daughter, my wife, and I are sitting there watching TV. My son's in his bedroom, presumably on the Xbox. And I'm tired, so I say to the ladies, I was like, maybe, what do y'all think? Just order in, just order pizza or something and just, forget the trip. And they were like, great. We're so tired, good. All right. Let's just enjoy the night here. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Now, my son had not been privy to this.
This is side note, that's one of Biggie's favorite things, making plans and then canceling them.
Right.
Of course.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. How
the Biggie back out.
Yeah.
Usually you get to a point and you're just like,
I don't want to go to this party. I don't want to go to their house.
Right.
I don't want to go to this cookout.
Right.
I'm beach worn out.
Every time something gets canceled, you think the same thing. Thank God.
Every time.
It's canceled, right? So, anyway, all that being said, so I say to my wife and daughter, all right, well, let's just order it. So my wife had made the reservation for 7:15 on Open Table, that app. So she cancels it. She had made it, and she cancels. My son, 5 minutes later, comes out of the bedroom. He's like, looking forward to this steak tonight.
Has he checked out the menu, or he just knew that he was going to have a steak?
I think he just knew. He's like, looking forward to this steak. He loves a steak. I mean, he is a red meat, it's $75 steak eater. Okay. So he says, I look forward to this steak. And I said, actually, we've decided just stay in, order pizza, which I thought he'd love.
Yeah.
And he goes, what? No, I want the steak. What are you talking about? All day I've been looking forward to this. So I'm really on I was 50-50 to begin with, because I do love that restaurant. That is that Portland Grill. I've been one time and I loved it. So my son's like, this is ridiculous, whatever. So I turn to my wife and daughter and I say, well, maybe we should. And then my wife's like, no,
she just canceled.
She just canceled. She's like, I want to stay in. I'm not. And so, I'm back and forth. And then I decide, it's my birthday. Let's just do it. And I said to my wife, I'm sure you can get the reservation right back. We just canceled it 5 minutes ago. I said, if you can get the reservation back. She goes, I'm not getting that reservation back. So finally, I play the ultimate card. It's my birthday. We're going to the restaurant. And I said, we're going to the restaurant.
Everybody shower.
That's right. And she says, well, if you want that reservation back, you call it in. So I do. I call and I said, we just canceled a reservation.
Hi. You probably hear this a lot.
We're from in-state.
If that matters.
What? Never mind.
You see, it's my birthday.
And we had a reservation, but then we lost the reservation. My wife canceled the reservation online. I said, can I get it back for 7:15? And my wife is just like begging no. She does not want to go. My daughter too, because they're getting ready to go shower and all that stuff now. And he says, yeah, I can work you in at 7:15. I said, oh, great.
Hey.
It was 7:15. Okay. So I hang up and I say, we're on for
Dinner's
7:15.
back on.
We're doing it at 7:15. Now my wife and daughter are angry, especially my wife, because now I've done my famous thing of offering something, then pulling it away, and now we're doing the original plan.
Is the anger, Kelly, directed toward you, father, or toward son, brother?
Without question, son, brother, because it's my birthday. I mean, I have the carte blanche. I can do what I want.
What you want.
I do what I want that day. So that was my one day. I didn't do a thing. I didn't, breakfast was made for me. I laid on the beach as long as I wanted. And then when
sandwich was brought to you.
That's it. And when I wanted to go where I wanted, I said it. I said, yeah, it's my birthday. And so then as boiling hot as temperatures were, as she gets up to go to her shower, my son says, Alpha male move, Dad. Way to clutch up. Men rule, pound this rock. And
in front of the family?
Oh, yes. and she dressed him down.
Don't you dare! Your father gets this because it's his birthday, but for no other reason. We are only doing this because of your father.
He goes, way to clutch up, Dad. Pound. And
I think we know who the alpha is.
I said, oh, yes, really. Exactly. He's the one. He got it done, and I went along with it.
What a power move.
It was. And I must say, I'm glad we went because we had a great meal.
Okay.
And a very nice
Did the boy
time.
get his steak?
Oh, yes. And the meal was expensive but delicious. And I said, when we got in the van, I said, now, guys, I know we're at the boiling point here.
Let's all try to have a nice.
I said, let's just put this behind us. This was our original plan anyway. Let's go and have a nice time. And we had a great time.
Oh, good.